Going back to our roots in the next expansion with all-out war calls for one thing. Warfronts are really one of the coolest additions that people have been talking about for the next X-Pack. In this video, I'll be giving you guys my best interpretation of this, how it works, and my thoughts on how this feature will look in the next X-Pack. Hey guys, Shelemental here. So for today's video, I want to give you guys all my rundown on how Warfronts will work in the next X-Pack, and I think you guys won't want to miss this as they sound incredible. So for starters, where this idea comes from might be the most important detail of it all. Warcraft, for those of you who don't know, was an RTS franchise made by Blizzard and was largely popular among the community. This is completely different than anything we've ever seen in WoW and coming in battle for the first time in Azeroth. So this may seem as though it's a mix of both World of Warcraft now and Warcraft and the game all coming together for endgame content, which would be exactly right, because Warcraft was an RTS game, meaning it's a real-time strategy, so it's like a real-time war game, which it's complicated to see, but I'll put some gameplay up for you guys. So here's how one of these things would work. They are 20 players versus NPC, army invasions, and it's all-out war. So when you first spawn inside of a warfront, you will first need to gather resources much like in an RTS game. That's how they start. This means you have to do things like take territory from the opposing faction and gather resources like lumber individually, so each player would be doing this. By doing so, each individual player has almost a job to bring to the table when first starting, and your faction needs to come together as one. From there, you approach a building and press on an icon or the building table, and all the resources that you have just gathered will be put towards constructing that building. Once a building has enough resources, it will be built up. This means almost how the 7.2 Broken Shore building system worked will be applied here, just in a more fun and rapid way. This is very dynamic as you guys choose how to build up your base. For example, if you guys want to upgrade one soul building, such as Bestiarity, and it would start out on its bare level, one stage if you will, so like the bottom level. And you may continue upgrading this to receive special mounts, beasts, etc., or whatever it gives you. Or you can put those same resources that you were using to upgrade that to a barracks and receive special troops and level that up instead. See, it's all up to you to play how you want. Each team can have their own way of building up their army. There will also be enemies doing the same thing, attempting to raid you in true Warcraft nature. You'll be joining your troops on the ground fighting, keeping in mind this is PvE, so you're not going to be fighting against other real players. You'll be fighting with real players, but not against. With that being said, as this is PvE, there will be a new smart AI system put in play here. If you guys haven't seen my island video, I highly recommend checking that out for in-depth coverage of this. But essentially what this is it's Blizzard's new AI, where there will be enemies unlike any we've ever seen before. They'll have their own goals and act as real players. They will respond differently each time based on what type of enemy they are, and they will even do things like CC you. So like for example, on an island, if you were disrupting an enemy commander fighting, let's say, a kobold, like for my island, he has a couple options here. So one, he could attack you and try and kill you and like CC the kobold. He could CC you and keep killing the kobold, or he could do a mix of both and CC you both and then maybe run away. So each one plays out really differently. Each have their own pattern, and we will really come into play here, especially with commanders. Added with Warfronts, these are basically smart AI leaders who will come with their own custom troops and specialties about them and look really cool. So they'll be leading battles against your own buildings and with you guys, which is cool. They will change how you play, and if the building system isn't as dynamic as it's made out to be, I'm pretty sure this system will be. The one Warfront that we haven't been told about is the Battle of Stormguard. This happens after the events of the Alliance attacking Lordaeron, and this battle will be key in seeing who will be holding the northern part of the Eastern Kingdoms. This new feature looks a lot like, it just looks like a lot of fun, and I honestly cannot wait to try this. It seems like the more I hear about this kind of thing coming in battle, the more hyped I get for this. When I got all of this was really new fun content to an endgame. We already have the new island feature, which again, go check out the video, but it looks amazing, and like this will also be how they're going back to the roots for this one. I really like how this feature is telling us a story, but by having real battles take place as though we were fighting in an actual war, and it goes back to Warcraft. I mean, what's better than having one of Blizzard's all-time most popular games being matched with World of Warcraft? So this feature looks like a lot of fun to play, and I really hope they have this in beta as soon as possible. Based on what they told us, it seems like they're pretty early on in developing this feature, but overall it looks incredible. And one thing I didn't mention, guys, was just like in a real war, it's not just going to be like you build something, you go and attack or whatever. It's going to be very dynamic, as I've said that a couple times. You're going to be getting vehicles, you're going to be getting troops, you're going to join your troops. You guys decide what you guys want to attack, and it's like an actual war. Like you guys have to make conscious decisions while playing. So yeah, guys, that is about all for this one. That's my thoughts on the new Warfront feature coming in Battle for Azeroth. Hope you guys are excited. By the way, before I forget, this weekend I will be going on vacation, almost like a Veterans Day weekend vacation. So no videos this weekend. I'm sorry, I know I've been getting videos out really quick like this. It's been kind of stressful, but I've almost been making it work, and that's because of battle, and I'll try and keep up as quick as I'm going. I can't promise that, but I have been going way faster than usual because the Battle for Azeroth coverage is like, I gotta cover this, gotta cover that, and thank you guys for so many views on all the videos. It's really incredible. So yeah, drop me a like and leave me a comment if you guys are excited as I am, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.